We are the looters.
Woo!
Yeah,
Sorry, I was excited.
No, as you should be. As you should be. Very excited. We are filming in the studio for the first time, besides some test runs, and we are about to play a sci-fi tabletop role-playing game, actual play, podcast, and video format. Using the Stars Without Number system, which we'll explain in a second, set in a universe of originally my design, but you guys have all helped add some stuff to it, so I would say ours maybe.
Oh, you're being generous.
Sugar, spice.
Right? Just lulling them into a false sense of security. So, real quick, just some rules that I think will be helpful for everyone to know. A little different than Dungeons & Dragons or other similar tabletop role-playing games. We use 2 6-sided dice. A 12 is really good. 2 is really bad. There are modifiers from people helping each other out, different skills, things like that. But you use the 2d6 to help yourself with the character sheet and doing all the things you want to do. And then there's occasionally some other dice, like for combat and stuff like that. But hopefully not too much combat. So I have a question for y'all, since this is our first episode, and I'd be curious to hear this from y'all. What do y'all love about tabletop role-playing games?
Oh.
A personal question.
Mm-hmm.
I love the collaboration. Even when I do writing, because I do like screenwriting and stuff, I pretty much, like, it sucks to do it by myself, but as soon as I have like one other person, even if they're not even helping, they're just like casually throwing ideas out, like my brain needs people to bounce off of. So my favorite way to like tell a story is with some bouncy brains.
Bouncy brains.
Bouncy brains. And you all have very
Very
soft-headed,
bouncy.
bouncy brains.
Yeah.
So
I've been told I have a
that's...
soft skull many a time. That makes sense.
Interesting.
I got dropped on my head a little too many times.
It's just liquid up there.
I rolled a dice. I played the game. I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that your answer?
No. But it could be. It could be. I think for me, I really enjoy. I like being able to be a fucking kid again. You know, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons, or not? We're not playing Dungeons and Dragons. But we're playing a tabletop role playing game where we're rolling dice. We're all having this like collective like hallucination that we're in space and that we're these people that we're not, and we're all
Everyone took shrooms, right?
exactly. Yes, and
Oh, was I supposed to do that today? Oh.
well before it got hijacked. Well, I don't even want to fish it anymore. It's not even my thought anymore.
I thought it was beautiful.
Thank you. I just like being a little kid.
You're a kid and you want to be a little kid.
Yeah.
And so you play. Got it.
Why'd you
3
say it like
points
that?
to
Way to
that.
take all
That
the
felt
like
to me.
passion out of that.
These are 3 points.
She's
that's
a fucking
it.
fascist over here.
Wait, whoa. Why?
Well, because you just like sucked all the life out of my.
I was just making
passion.
sure I had your points right.
So Melinda.
Anyways.
Yeah. How do I word it? I don't know, like collective experience. Like, we're playing a game, right? But everything that happens at the table is like real to us, real to me. I take it very seriously, and it's fun to do that.
Yeah.
So, collective experience.
That's nice. That's very nice. So you.
What's your answer? What's your answer? How
I
about
feel
that?
like Dan is like making some sort of list.
Yes,
She's just trying to get out of answering the question.
No, I'm not. I
What's
actually
your
had an
answer?
answer.
So collective experience. I feel things deeply.
I'm trying to
I'm
make
the most
you
dramatic
hear
of the group. Yes.
Exactly. Yes,
Yep.
that's what I got. My answer. Why do I like doing this? I don't know. Improv.
Wow.
Some truth.
Yes.
I don't know. What do you want
That
from
was
me?
Ian's first
I'm
answer.
just here.
That was,
I
that
don't
was,
know.
yeah.
No, but for real, I like improving, but with a system, it allows you to just make a choice. Because sometimes I like, container. I struggle making choices, like strong ones, and so this just allows me to be like,
No, you don't.
sometimes. So yeah, that's my answer. Does it suffice?
That
So-
suffices.
So yeah.
So improv.
I love that answer.
Matt.
I came up with the question, but I didn't think of my answer.
Perfect.
Great. Yeah, this is gonna go well.
I like playing God.
I was gonna say, I like what just words is able to do to everyone at the table.
Words?
Like, it's just words and dice rolls pretty much.
Oh,
Maybe we
sure.
have a map here or there, but, like, it's mostly just words and dice rolls, and then we have these crazy responses and tell this crazy story. That's very cool to me that with those 2 tools, you're able to do all of that. That's probably my answer.
So yes, he likes the power he has over us.
Yes. I like being able to dictate what you all
You
do.
like Dick.
Yeah.
I like Dick, yeah.
I like Dick.
Don't we all?
I
Never
do,
mind.
yeah.
I'm going to tell a story about something. But
We don't have the
when
time.
we were driving here. No,
We gotta get on
Wait,
track.
tell me later.
I will. It's a
On the
good
break.
story.
We'll tell it in our talk back.
All right. With that, should we just hop in?
Fuck it, dog.
You tell us.
Nothing else to do.
We're hopping in. The frame opens up in the dark vacuum of space. A warship floats by. We can see damage on its hull where there's flickering lights and sparks. Hasn't been repaired. As we pan around, seeing the stars all around us, we hone in on a small gray planet, Janus. We can see little spots flickering on the planet from the sunlight reflecting off of it. These little cities that are burrowed into the ground with a glass dome over the top. One particular spot has no light reflecting from it, just this slagged metal and glass sort of embeds into the planet's surface. I need everyone to roll a physical saving throw.
What? What?
Fuck you.
This isn't fair.
Wait.
Welcome.
Who am I?
Can I get +1 because I'm...
And that
Physical saving throw.
and this roll is with a D20.
This one.
Yeah.
This
I
is
was
physical
like,
saving
which
throw. Our
one?
first roll after describing
Oh.
that we use D6s.
Is a
Is with the
D20.
I got an 11. I
Oh.
passed.
You pass?
Mine's a 10. I got an 8.
8, so it's a fail.
Damn it.
Oh,
Oh
What'd you get?
I got
Nat
a 1.
I got a 4.
First roll. Congrats.
Oh,
And you got a 4.
God.
I got a
We got
4.
one success. We got one
Great.
success. Beautiful.
Well, we're all dead. New character.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
that
We'll
easy.
save that for later.
Oh,
Beautiful.
great.
Me.
There it is.
That
I
it
get
is.
to
There it is. We're locked in now. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right.
Levi, your eyes snap open. You find yourself laying on some cold, smooth, like bumpy surface. You feel this harsh fluorescent light bearing down on top of you. You try to move and you feel that your arms and your legs are kind of restricted. What do you do?
Can I try taking in what room I'm in right now?
You want to look around?
Yeah.
As you look to your left and right and you pull your head up off of this floor that you're on and you look down, the first thing you notice is your limbs are encased in this liquid metal almost, like you've been attached to piping. A orange and blue glow flickers around on this metal encasing your arms and legs. As you move away from your body, you see around you that you are laying on this massive bed of wires and tubing. Some, tubes that you can see off in the distance are these like huge mountains and hills. Others are these small, thin, red, green wires. What do you want to do?
I'm encased in metal right now, correct?
Part of you, yeah.
And
Kind of strapped
other,
down.
other people around me too.
As you look around, you don't see anyone, but you start to hear a voice. Levi. 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 And you wake up, your heart racing, your breath just going nuts. Give me a mental saving throw.
Oh,
Four rolls count?
rolls. We needed like a GoPro.
That's like not a real roll.
Okay, just re-roll
It's
it.
like in between.
Okay.
I'll grab that shit later.
Don't be
I'll
so
roll.
sad.
They call it
man.
cocked.
Well, it was between a 1 and a 7, so I'm not really upset. It looks like an 18, Bobby.
You, as you snap awake, feel a scream start to erupt from this nightmare, and you're able to catch it before you let out any sound. You find yourself in your small little living quarters, this tiny little alcove that you and others have carved into the rock of this mind system that you and everyone else have been living in. It's a small little room that can hold a cot, basically, and you have some like carved out, not even closets, really, just like places you can put stuff in. Around the wall there, you have a small little battery-powered light, and you have a like cloth or something covering the doorway.
Reminds me of like the Metro games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As you're looking around and getting your bearings, what do we see? What does Levi look like?
Levi's looking a little gaunt right now. I mean, he looks somewhat akin to me, but I'd say he definitely has like his hair's quite a bit shaggier. A little what?
Write yourself into the game, dude.
Looks somewhat akin.
We're on video now, baby.
6'8".
6'8".
Yeah.
No, Levi, he's like about 5'8". He's got like a green military jacket on that it's like worn and stained. Maybe got like a little bit of blood on there too. He's got on, maybe like a white tank top as well. That's also just as like filthy and ragged. And he looks a little emaciated as well. Definitely looks like a guy who's, however much sleep he got last night was probably about half of what he needs.
Yeah.
No pants though, right? Because you don't sleep with
No,
pants
I just
on.
sleep
Just
with my
military
jacket. on.
jacket.
Yeah, just the
White
jacket.
tank.
Just the jacket.
No
Cargo
pants.
pants.
Yeah.
Briefs, white
Donald
briefs,
Duck it.
whitey tighties. I see it.
So do you sort of start to clamber out of your
Yeah.
bedroom?
I'm gonna clamber out of bed and try and
Start his
you
day.
Start my
start your
day.
day. You move the cloth to the side and you step out, and right to your left, maybe sitting on the ground, maybe eyes closed, is Klint, sitting very still. What does Levi see when we see Klint?
You see Klint with his fingers interwoven in a very intricate and perfect way that looks very practiced. Not like this, like better, you know.
More perfect than this.
More perfect than this. Sitting
Are you levitating?
with his legs crossed legs, levitating a foot in the air. No. Maybe, I don't know, can I?
No.
All right.
It's an illusion.
Completely bald head with a really large scar over the top of it, and a very and even sitting like he comes up disturbingly tall next to Levi, who steps out of there, and
Really long torso.
really long
Yeah.
torso.
Yeah.
Small legs.
Short, stumpy legs. But long torso.
He's built like a brick, but you can't see that very well because he's got all of these long flowing robes and intricate knots around him. And he also has this long hilt with a curved blade, a kukri, if you will, on his, tied into this sash that goes kind of across his robes.
What's the
and his
difference
body.
between a kukri and a scimitar, be?
A scimitar is like a sword.
Yeah.
Kukri's like,
Kukri's
Oh,
like
more like a
this.
dagger.
It's like a big knife.
It's like a big knife. It's like a machete almost.
Okay.
You know, like
So
like
what's
a-
the difference between a kukri and a machete then?
It's curved. So like whereas the machete is straight, the kukri comes like this and then it curves.
Oh, okay.
And do you have two of them or just the one?
I just have the one.
But
You had a chance there.
It would be
Drew.
cool,
You
but
had a
it's
chance
just
there,
like
Drew.
statistically it doesn't make much sense for
Yeah,
me to have two of
dueling's
them, and I
not
couldn't
great.
start with like another character.
Sure.
This game is
Eventually we'll
fucking
get-
clamping
I
me
know.
down.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah,
it is.
eventually. Ooh, that'd be
Eventually.
sick.
that you got a second one?
Yeah.
Could happen.
I'm on a quest now.
yeah.
So you see, as you step out of your little bed chambers, you see this kukri-laden man sitting on the floor, coming up to about chest height.
Morning, Klint.
Good morning, Levi. You didn't sleep well.
No, I did not. I was loud and restless again.
I don't think anyone else noticed.
Well, I appreciate the reassurance. Did you rest well?
Never. And I stand up. So, what's on the docket for today?
I think we need to have a serious discussion about getting some more supplies and what the logistics of all that are looking like.
Sounds thrilling.
Another day in the life.
How is your willpower?
It's fine.
Good.
You know, I'm
As he says this to you, you just hear just in the back of your head,
Yeah. It's good. I'm in control. Anyways, shall we get on with it?
After you.
Thank you, sir.
with the as you guys head off down this small hallway that you and your people have carved through this mine here, Levi, you hear as Klint walks behind you quietly, I would assume.
I always walk quietly.
The one thing that stands out is he starts to have this cough.
Klint?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like there's a little something, like normally he's very quiet and there's a little something stuck in his throat. Aylara, we'll cut over to you.
With my nat one.
I think I might have an idea what physical saving throw I failed.
Oh,
You have to
are you
play.
kidding?
This is so bad.
Uh-oh.
We just started.
I'm a doctor. I'm. Oh,
Levi canonically smokes cigarettes too. And he doesn't have the cough.
fuck.
No, you just fucked up in the head. But that's okay, brother.
Aylara, we cut to you.
Yes.
We cut to you. You're in the sort of medical storage room that these people have crafted down here. As you look in the shelves built into the walls, you can see that supplies are dwindling. Anything that you may have had over the last few months has been rarely replenished, and you can see that you're getting down to the bare minimum.
Fuck.
As you look around at this stuff, a much deeper, more rattling cough almost explodes out of you.
Like that.
What do we see as you look through these medical shelves? What does Aylara look like? Aylara look like?
Well, she sounds like a 50-year-old woman. Who smokes?
Just like, you know how every 50-year-old woman smokes.
Just like that.
Just
Not
my
50.
type.
Oh my gosh.
Mommy issues.
She's not 50 though. She's probably in her mid-20s. I don't know. Who gives a fuck? But she is she's type A. So she's really like got her shit together. Tight braid, extending her face like really pulled up. Similarly wears like a military-esque jacket with lots of pockets. Tries to keep it clean. Yeah, that's it. She's a simple girl, and she's got a really bad cough.
Yeah, so as you try to stifle this cough, and I think you as the resident medical expert have a sense of what's going on and what this is and why you are coughing. Mm-hmm. And that should circumstances remain the same, you and anyone else afflicted with this don't have the longest amount of time. The curtain blocking off the storeroom slides open, sort of filling this room with some artificial light. And you... Oh, my God.
Vampire. Wait, I'm fully Nosferatu. I have to like bounce on it or whatever he said. Have you not seen that?
I've seen those frauds.
Okay, no, the TikTok. Never mind. Like bounce on it. Whatever.
Oh, you must bounce
yeah, you
on
must
it.
bounce on it. Anyways, yes. Please continue.
Sure. You see a
Fuck us, I guess.
young...
No, literally.
I'll show you guys.
We'll go get
I'll see you later. A young man whose face at this point you recognize, who has a scraggly blonde beard, steps in, and he's a bit surprised seeing you in here. Sorry, Aylara.
No, it's okay. I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were in here.
Yeah. Just
Are you okay?
it's getting bad, Sam. It's getting really bad.
Yeah. We're not the only ones, I think.
I know. We need more supplies of something.
Yeah, I don't think supplies are what we need. I think we need to get out of here. I'm sorry to speak so candidly.
I just how are we gonna get all these people out?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, I don't mean to bog you with this. I just
No, I mean we're in this together, so we got to figure something out. I don't know, maybe Levi has a plan or something.
yeah, I gotta go find him. I gotta go find Levi.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. And you push past Sam and start heading back into the mines to go see if you can find Levi. Jaqs.
Who's that?
You are hunched down, crawling through this small tunnel that only you know about, that are connected to this this mine system. And you are headed at present to your ship. At the end of this long tunnel, where is a little, like, smuggler's cove, if you will. You carry a small oxygen tank and oxygen mask, knowing that when you get up there, you're going to need to throw this on. And under this sort of additional physical exertion of being crunched over like this and having to be in this position, walking down this long tunnel, as your heart rate kind of builds up a little bit and your breath rate goes, this cough starts to kick on for you as well. Not so bad, but you just feel this, like, it's like tougher to breathe a little bit. Right. Jesus.
Got the black lung, Pa.
After a bit of this black lunging, you make your way to your ship. As you clamber up, this tunnel, as it clambers up this way, you see there's a small hatch that sort of seals you in. You throw on your oxygen mask and undo this hatch and step up through it. And you see your... Yeah, you keep it on because you're in open space, but you see
hatch.
Yes, the hatch. Yes, sorry, I thought you meant your mask. And you see in this small little cave, you see your ship. What does your ship look like?
Ooh.
Right.
You got her. You got her.
Right. Fuck what I look like. We're gonna talk about my ship.
The ship is a reflection of
Yeah.
Okay, so just a simple ship. It's got wings, and it's actually pretty mighty. Okay,
Ooh.
hella modifications. Like DIY, but like done well. Okay, so like it really was. She built this ship. Like you could tell she scrapped it up.
What'd she name it?
Big Blue. Oh! Why? Does that mean something to you guys?
No, absolutely nothing.
It means
It's,
nothing.
It just, yeah. Means something to her.
As you walk around Big Blue, you get to the cockpit. How many people can this ship fit?
Okay. When you mean like
How big are we talking? Like
pretty big.
Okay.
I'd say like in the command center, it can fit like 5 people, and then there's like a waiting, like a rec room. I don't know.
May I add a little detail to this?
Sure. Yeah. Please.
I think it's sort of this like jerry-rigged ship that is well jerry-rigged, but is this cockpit with engines, has a little sitting room area, and then a large cargo hold.
Yes.
On the
that
sort of
sounds
back of it. And so I think as you walk around to the side, you're going to get ready to climb up into the cockpit, and you can see a reflection of yourself from the little bit of light coming in through this cave. And despite the oxygen mask over your nose and mouth, what do you see?
One tired bitch. You know, she's covered up. I mean, just trying to like blend in. Like, she has a round face and she has long dark hair that's pretty straight, but she keeps it folded up into a cap, and she wears like this hoodie that's super gross, but like she likes to stay like hidden and wears like baggy clothes, so just trying to like kind of go under the radar.
Great. So you climber up into your ship and you get into the
I don't know how we're gonna keep these voices. My voice is already scratchy.
You don't.
I was like,
you can just have a cough. You
No,
don't have to
Mathew,
do a
the
voice.
dice
The
said
reality.
1.
Yeah, you fucked it up.
You fumble.
So now I'm struggling to breathe as I climb into the cockpit.
So you clamber into the cockpit and you sit down in the pilot's chair, and you are barely illuminated by the emergency lights of the ship. What do you do?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When was the last time I was here?
Well, you've been here down in the mines for 3 months, so you tell me.
I'd say I probably visit it at least once a week.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if I've turned it on yet.
Okay. Great.
So I want to turn it on.
So you go to turn. You go to
Not
turn
in
on
my-
your ship.
Not talking as her yet, but I'm getting there.
You go to turn on your ship, and it powers up for a second. Some lights flare on, and then they immediately cut off.
Oh.
You can see that the fuel stores on your ship are empty. What do you do?
Well, what the fuck? Jaqs does a lot of talking to herself.
Great, go for it.
Okay.
Internal monologue.
Makes
No,
sense.
we're literally getting there.
Or external monologue.
I think
Astute observations.
Monologue.
All right. So I think I sit there for a moment, and then
When does the monologue begin?
no, it's not happening. But it'll come and go. She quits. She quits to herself. Come on. I don't know. I think I get up and I want to, I'm like, okay, there's no fuel, but is anything else wrong with the ship? Like, I want to assess and see, because if I'm going out to get fuel, and I need to see if I need anything else.
I love that. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Give me a pilot or fix check. And we can go plus, I think in this case we'll go intelligence.
Okay, well, I'm definitely doing pilot, so.
it's the first 2d6 roll.
Yeah, 2d6 roll.
Plus what? You said? I'm so sorry.
Plus intelligence.
So pilot. Oh, wait. I can do 3.
There you go. Yeah, I got the
I'm so
specialist.
sorry, guys.
Ooh.
I'm getting back in for
So,
you.
real quick,
Yes.
rule sidebar. The way that characters are built is they have things called focus or foci, and they give them sort of, I don't know, powers, for lack of a better term, which in this case, the way it works mechanically for her is that for pilot checks, she gets to roll 3d6 for this particular focus that she has.
Yeah, like the reason I can levitate is because I have that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it affects things like your combat ability, your health, your ability to read people, communicate, all that kind of stuff. So.
I want to clarify. I don't take all 3. I just take the top 2. I just get to roll 3.
All right, let's see it.
Damn.
Oh my
And it's
fucking
mid as
god. So
fuck.
plus what?
So that's a 1,
Plus your
a 2, and a
intelligence.
2.
Okay, so plus my intelligence. So that's a 4 plus a 3 plus my intelligence, which is 0.
So what'd
so
you
it's
get?
a 7.
A 7. All right, great. You take a lot of time going over your ship to make sure that everything is squared away and good to go. We're going to cut back to Levi and Klint. You two head into the central chamber of this mine system. A almost massive room, if you will, of where it was a staging ground for the miners to bring up ore up to the surface, and it has now become the sort of central everything quarters. There are people along the side walls that have set up tarps and things to have a little bit of privacy, which is where they sleep. There are a sort of central cafeteria-y area in the center of this place. Different supplies and things are around in crates and things like that, especially food and water. And there's a bunch of people. I mean, hundreds of people milling about here, sitting around. And the main things that you see across the board here are just this growing degree of emaciation across these people as rations have grown lower and lower. You also hear this cough slowly rolling around the room.
How are the egg prices?
The demand is so high and there's zero supply.
Everyone wants
I,
eggs.
as president of this colony,
Lower the
fix
prices,
this.
I decree. Yeah, so as you enter into this central quarters area, Aylara, you head out from the med bay area and you catch across the room. I think you see Klint first, this large, bald, scarred man.
Well, I'm sitting on his shoulders.
Yeah.
You give him piggyback.
Yeah.
Also, one detail that I forgot to mention about Klint because of
Wow.
our knife is that his eyes are completely white.
Milky.
Oh.
Will milk describe
The
them.
milkman.
Hashtag
Man.
Milk grosses me out. I'm allergic to it.
Yeah,
so I got a whole
Dairy
thing
allergy,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it grosses-
So yeah, I think you see him first. Like whenever you're looking for Levi, at this
It's
point
always him.
you're hunting for him.
Literally.
Just looking down at everyone.
So yeah, what do you do?
I approach Klint.
While you're like 10 feet away, I'm like, Alara's heading towards us.
Gotcha. This can't be good.
And you, Levi and Aylara, I think you two clock each other at this point as she's approaching you.
Hey, Laura.
What's Morning.
Morning. Yeah.
Yep. So what's happening, Levi? I mean, we can't keep doing this. What's the plan?
What do you mean? What's the plan?
You said you have a plan. You said you could lead this colony and that you'd have something to do, some way to save us. So I want to know what it is.
I mean, you're asking for me to produce like a miracle right now out of thin air. I think right now the biggest thing I'm worried about is getting food on the table, making sure people aren't dying of starvation. Now it's becoming pretty damn clear that we can't stay here for very long. I think that's But in terms of what do we do to fix that? I mean, unless we're like trying to stage a revolt and take over another, colony or something along those lines. Like we don't have the numbers for that. We're gonna have to get real crafty.
Okay. So you don't have a plan?
Right now, no. I don't have a plan.
Okay.
I mean, if
Well, can you think of one?
what do you think I've been doing? I mean, I'm trying over here. It's not like I'm just like sitting on my ass twiddling my thumbs.
You don't look well, Alara.
I'm not well. I'm not. I probably don't have much longer, and I'm sure thousands of people down here don't either, and I'm just panicking. And I trusted you. I trust you, and I know we don't have a better option, but I'm not well. I
Looking for action.
mean, some sort of action.
We're gonna cut quickly back to Jaqs. As you continue to survey your ship and make sure that it is fly ready, should you have some fuel, a glint out of this cave system off in the distance catches your eye. You step away from your ship a bit quizzically. Give me a notice check, and I'll give you give you dexterity or wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, she's high.
Okay, so you said notice plus
Dexterity or wisdom.
Okay, so 10.
With a 10, you look out across this gray, barren landscape. And you see this light glinting off of metal and glass of a bunch of speeders and tracked vehicles with a bunch of people on them, clearly armed, heading towards the mines and the city on top of it, where you know all of these people you've been stuck with for the last few months are residing. What do you do?
I'm confused. So I see them going to the...
So you see basically an army on speeders and tracked vehicles, like tank-like vehicles.
They're headed to the dome?
Heading towards the slagged dome, which is what is on top of
Right.
the mine system that all of you all reside in and what this tunnel is connected to.
Okay, but would I immediately be concerned that they would be trying to get inside the mines? Because my initial reaction is not that. Like, I would think that they're trying to,
Okay.
loot the top.
Okay, what do you
As
do?
long as I
So you see this, what do you do?
follow them.
They're pretty far away. I don't think it's something you
Okay,
could
well then I
follow
let them
on
do their
foot.
thing, and I continue fixing my ship.
Great. We'll cut back to the three of you.
Well, I think that the most clear and pertinent thing is that we need to get the fuck out of these mines and figuring out what the best way to go about that is. We clearly don't have enough oxygen tanks and masks to supply everybody to get topside. And once we do get topside, it kind of comes down to where do we go. Now, ultimately, like in an ideal world, we'd be able to gain access to one of the warships floating in the stratosphere. But how do we get there? Do we have a ship? Do we have the fuel supplies? Once we get on board, do we have the proper cover?
Slow down. Just slow down. Okay, so we need a ship, and we need supplies. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
You're talking about evacuating everyone here onto a warship.
It's the only thing that would not comfortably, but be able to house the populace we have here.
One of the fleets that are in
Orbit.
stalemate over orbit.
Yeah. I mean,
Aren't they all active still?
well, I mean, ever since communications between the planets went down, it's hard to tell whether they're still at war or not. But for the time being, they're still at stalemate up top side. So whether we want to go with the Interstellar Empire one, or if we want to go and take down some greedy capitalists in the Martian conglomerate, it's kind of a coin flip, kind of dealer's choice sort of situation. But I have better background and familiarity with the Interstellar Empire, and I think if we were to target a ship system or a ship, it would probably be theirs.
Fascinating. A heist.
Yeah, it would be a heist, huh?
That's how you describe it. Levi.
What's wrong?
That's the cough. I think I'm starting to get it too.
Hold on, let me check. I pull out my
Hell yeah.
stethoscope. My stethoscope.
Yeah, for sure.
And
You
I
put it
check.
on you put it on his chest.
I
to-
put I was like, what is he doing? I don't know what he's doing.
Well, I thought you were like,
Yeah. I was like, what are we doing here?
He sticks his tongue
Pull
out
down
at
your
you.
pants.
Cough.
I lost him in the war.
The sun also rises.
I'm dead.
So yeah, you take your
What do we
stethoscope
hear?
out and you put the plugs in your ears and you take the I don't even know what you would call the end of that. What would you call that?
I don't fucking know what the
Who's the doctor?
You take the end of the stethoscope and
We're
you
playing
place it
doctor.
on Levi's chest under his shirt, and you start to move it around. And Levi, as you feel this sort of cold metal on you, what do you do?
I cough and follow instructions.
Give me
Take a deep breath in. Out. What do I hear?
give me a heal check
A heal check.
plus intelligence.
What do I have? Let me see. I do have +1 and +2. Damn.
Wow. You're a doctor that knows how to heal people.
7, 8, 9, 10.
His lungs seem perfectly fine.
You seem fine to me.
Really? Oh, well, that's strange. But, anyways,
Okay.
I think right now is the best. Aylara, are you going to be able to, I don't know, using your contacts with the Garnathi people here, are you going to be able to maybe track down a ship or something like that for us?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. It should be no problem. Okay. And then I go off. To talk to my people.
Great. As you head off, Levi and Klint, Levi, where do you go? Assuming that Klint you're following.
I usually do.
I think
Very.
I'll go find Nathan.
You head off down one of the tunnels in the mines looking for Nathan.
Who's Nathan?
Jaqs, back to you. You've determined your ship is good to go. As long as you can get some fuel stores and some batteries to help take off some fuel, you're good to go.
Cool. Fuel, batteries. I can do that. All right. And then I'm gonna go get those things.
Yeah, so the colony that you've been living in has limited but fuel stores that would allow you to at least get off planet, you're pretty certain.
Okay.
You would need to steal basically the fuel from the generators that are giving the limited power down in the mines here, which would be doable as long as you can do it secretly and people don't catch you doing that, but you can certainly make the attempt to do that.
Is that my only option?
In the nearby, yes. You could alternatively find a way to get out of the mines and potentially go to a different city and see if you can find fuel somewhere over there.
Not worth the risk. Okay, so I'm gonna just head back, but I'm not trying to steal nothing just yet.
All right, yeah, you head down through the hatch, you close it up behind you, and you start the walk, the cramped walk back to the mines.
Cool.
Aylara, where you had to go and talk to your people. Who are you looking for? What are you trying to do?
There should be like a few Garnathi leaders, me being one of them, who are ahead of in charge of the people. So I just want to find whoever, I don't know.
Sure. Do you have connected or anything like that in your foci list?
Oops.
It's okay if not.
Oopsie. No, I don't.
Okay, great. Give me a connect check. And we'll do connect plus charisma.
I rolled 2, right? Am I true in? Yeah. Oof.
God damn, girl.
What'd you get?
She needs some new dice. That's what she needs.
I do. Oh, I thought that was a 1. Oh,
No.
God. Thank
No.
God.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
It's
okay.
not
I
that.
thought it
It's
was
not the worst thing. Like,
You got
Okay.
a 5, but what's your
so
connect?
3, because
Minus
minus
2.
2.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
you said
if-
plus what?
The way that skills work in this game, quick rule thing, is you have a bunch of skills like connect, know, perform, etc. And if you haven't leveled up that skill at all, it's minus 2. If you've leveled it up at all, it's 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. So, as she does not have connect, you have minus 2 to your roll on
some
connect
leader
rolls.
you are.
I know. Damn.
3.
The people don't like me, I guess.
3, and then what's your charisma?
It's just 3 because I have no charisma.
She has
Yeah.
no riz.
I have
No
charisma.
I think we're going to do this slightly differently than you would expect, which is I think you are the main sort of leader of the Garnathi here. But
I am the leader. Nobody likes me.
but
Just like
there, there's also a faction in this mine of the Martian conglomerate people that came down 3 months ago. And they have a much bigger group of people. And they don't really like you. And so with the 3, the leader of the Martian conglomerate group down here might be willing to talk to you, but would, you and him are not on great terms.
Hence my hesitancy from earlier. See, I knew all this. Right.
what we'll do for
What is
free.
this guy's name? Or girl? You said he,
No,
I
his
think.
name. His
Yeah.
name.
Of course. It's a guy.
course.
Of course, it's a guy.
His name is Callum.
Callum?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Callum.
Like callus on my ass.
Just like that.
I don't think you like him either.
No.
Callum is this mid-50s bureaucrat.
Oh,
He worked
God.
for Chimera Corp up top before everything was destroyed, and was one of the managers in their big facility there. He's a
Pencil pusher.
competent but pencil pusher, and has some fairly strong beliefs about the system he was in and how
How's
the
this-
system should be maintained.
How's his 401k looking?
Now it doesn't matter as much, but before it was quite good.
Oh, God.
This credit utilization's gone way down.
Wait,
That's true.
Yeah.
But I find him.
sure, yeah, you
I
can
did-
go up
I
and
did
find
find
him.
him.
Great. So the way that the mines are sort of laid out is there's this big central room, and there are 4 main tunnels that go off to the side of it. One is the med bay. Another is where most of the Gurnathi are sort of hanging around.
Okay.
One goes to the surface, and another is where the Martian conglomerate group mostly is.
Okay.
There's a tenuous peace between these two groups of people here in the mines, mostly out of necessity more than anything else, but there's certainly tension. The peace has been held in somewhat order by Levi and his leadership, but you see that this man is hanging out in front of the main tunnel for the Martian conglomerate, interacting with some of his cronies, talking about making sure that their people are getting enough food and water and supplies.
Okay.
Yeah, you walk across the central chamber and head up to him.
Callum,
What?
good morning to you, too.
Good morning. What do you need, Aylara?
I just have a simple question. I'm wondering if you or your people know of anybody who might have a ship.
If I know if anybody has a ship here?
Yes.
Do you think if I knew if anyone had a ship here, we would still be here?
Obviously not, if it was a ship big enough for everybody, but I'm looking for a small ship. It doesn't have to be big.
There's no one here that has a ship that wasn't destroyed up top when everything was slagged.
Right. Great. Well, thank you for your help anyways.
You're welcome.
And I turn around and head back.
Yeah, and you head off away from him, leaving him a little bit quizzically as you head off somewhere else.
Mission accomplished.
Yep.
You really pressed them. Good job.
Press them hard, yeah.
Do you have this? No. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Levi, you head with Klint behind you towards past your living quarters and a bunch of these little nooks that have been carved out in the Gurnathi tunnels. And you find this small, almost rec room style, little private, small room back in there. And you see Nathan in there with a small makeshift toy with his 2 daughters. You see this man with a beard that's been clipped as much as he can get it. He has this like sort of wavy hair that rolls down to his shoulders. And he has these 2 small girls that are playing with his toys, are running around the room. Having looked around, the people that are in this mines and seeing the various degrees of emaciation, you, I think, just notice right off the bat that his daughters look fairly well fed, and Nathan looks a mite bit wiry, even more so perhaps than you, as though he's been giving away some of his food to his daughters.
A real dad.
So you come into the
Not
room
the
with
stepdad,
Klint.
the dad who's step.
That's
You
a
got to
real
put your
dad.
own mask on first, actually.
Yeah.
You keep your own
Yeah.
strength up.
Yeah.
That's true. A really terrible dad.
Awful guy.
Awful.
As you enter this room, Klint, you're forced to stoop under these low ceilings. And I think one of the 2 daughters, seeing the 2 of you and seeing Klint especially, screams and runs behind her dad's legs, alerting Nathan to your arrival.
Sorry about that.
Does he have to follow you all the time?
Yeah, he's a person. I mean,
That's got nothing to do with his personhood.
Okay, well, we're starting off on the wrong foot here, Nathan. We need to have a serious talk.
I just look at his kids and try to smile like
Oh
nice.
Give me a perform check. Perform plus charisma. He'd rolled double sixes.
The devil.
Oh my God!
You are
2 ones.
terrifying.
And I pull out like
Your
a
knife?
little carved figurine that I like made for these kids.
That's terrible.
As you do that,
Give
I,
me a really bad
I
smile,
think
please.
it
That's
being
too sweet.
I don't know how to like.
Just I don't know. Nice.
the figurine you give is this like almost looks like this mud monster carved from rock. Both daughters now start screaming and wailing and crying at you doing this.
I made a dolly.
Would you stop that? You're scaring my daughters.
Clint, can we wait outside for a second, please?
Oh my God. Treat him like a dog. Sorry. That was. Wait outside.
If you want to have a talk, you get him out of here.
I'm on it, Nathan. Please, Clint, just, if I could just have a moment, please.
All right, I'll leave you for a moment. And I step outside. And is the flap like is this another one place with kind of just the flap on it?
This one's open.
This one's open.
Yeah, it's just an open rec room kind of that people can come in and out of.
Oh, okay.
that
Yeah,
they've crafted.
Then I'll go wait outside and just stand about like 10 feet away, 10 feet outside the door. And
Yeah.
just like patiently wait.
Yeah, makes sense. Nathan goes to his daughters and tries to soothe them and calm them down. And as Klint leaves, they start to relax a little bit, still sniffling. And as they catch their breath, you hear the 2 girls start coughing as well. Real quick, Levi, you give me a notice check. I'm gonna give you +1
For what?
Just
notice, and
likes
we're
to
gonna
cut
go
his jib, you know?
plus. We'll go plus wisdom, I think.
Hell yeah, motherfucker. All right, 6. Wisdom's 2, so that's 8, and I have 1 in notice. 9, 10. What's the other +1 you gave me?
You notice that Nathan also does not have this cough. His daughters do. He doesn't.
Huh.
What do you want, Levi?
Well, way I see it, we've kind of overstayed our welcome here a little bit. I think
I could agree with that.
everybody here is ready to move on, and best way to go about it, I think, is I think we gotta take a ship.
Great. Do you have a ship?
No, we're getting a ship. We're getting a little ship, and we're gonna take a bigger ship with it.
Okay, so what bigger ship are you trying to take? You're
I
gonna
want to
try
take the Interstellar Empire warship.
just one of them?
If we get the head one, I think we can. Once we seize control of that one, we'll be able to corral the rest of them, whip them into shape.
That's a hell of a bet that they're not going to turn on pirates taking their command ship.
Well, I think that's, and they will. I mean, undoubtedly they're going to, but I think.
Why are you and I not just taking them over? If we can get on there and get into their central mainframe.
Well,
I've seen what
that's
you can do.
if you were hearing me out, that's what I'm proposing right now.
Not just the one, all of them. The Martian conglomerate fleet
Well,
too.
yeah, but we have to. You start small and you work your way up. Okay. Right now, I'm focused on getting the one ship, and then once we get there, then we can focus on getting the other
Right.
ones, okay.
Right. This plan doesn't even work because you don't have a ship to get up there.
Not yet.
Not yet. Do you have one? Have you located one? Do you know where we're gonna get one?
Well, we're working on it right now. I'm sure topside there's got to be one. They're like we're working on getting some informants and getting people who are more familiar with the topside to help us out on that.
Topside, you mean in the destroyed city above us?
Yes, on the destroyed city above us.
And what happens if there isn't a ship there?
Well, then we can build one with the parts that we find there. And if we
can
can't do
build
that,
one?
we can build one. And if we can't do that, then we can go on a raiding party and we can take one from another city. The point is,
we're gonna go kill a whole bunch of other people and leave them stranded too. That's what you're saying. That's what you're willing to do.
I'd do it for them. I look at his daughters.
Yeah, you do that, and that definitely gives him pause. You can see almost a look on his face if that's unfair. Do we even have enough time to be able to get one of those ships if these first plans don't work out?
No. But we can make time.
How do you mean?
We force our hand. we go with the third option. We steal a ship by any means necessary. If anyone's going to be on that raiding ship, I hate to put you in dire straits once again, but if anybody's going to be trustworthy up there and combat effective, I'm going to need you.
Yeah, I figured that. But all of this hinges on getting a ship and us surviving long enough to get one. How do you intend for us to get across the planet to another one of these cities that may have a ship? We don't have speeders.
There's raiding parties.
We don't have half tracks. We don't have any way to traverse across that much mileage.
And you know what? You're right. And I'm sure if we sat here and brainstormed a million problems, we could probably come up with 1,000,001.
Yeah, I appreciate your optimism, but we need some reality about how this is actually going to go down.
Let's focus on getting a ship for right now.
All right.
I know you're tapped in with some of the Martian conglomerate people. I'm working an angle right now with Aylara. She's talking to some Garnothi people and seeing amongst them if there's anybody that has any information. I need you to do the same with the Martian conglomerate sector.
Fine. I'll talk to Callum.
Don't tell him it's for this, though.
He doesn't know.
Don't keep him in the dark as much as possible.
It's not going to go well.
That's not going to go well if you tell him what we're doing either. He's going to suspect foul play.
Yeah, but if we lie to him about the whole thing and then we're getting off planet and we disappear and we're just going to leave him here in charge?
He won't be in charge.
Who's going to take control over him? No offense, but Aylara ain't really in their
We take
good
him
graces.
with us. Maybe? No.
That needs some more brainstorming.
That does need some more brainstorming.
Fine. I'll see what I can find. All right. If we can get a ship, fair enough.
Good.
And with that, we're going to cut back to Jaqs. You come out of this small, secret little tunnel into a dark area of one of these tunnels, and you leave your...
Turning into Golem.
You leave the oxygen tank and mask off to the side, hidden in the dark there, and you start heading into the central mines. Where do you go? What do you do?
I think I'd like to do what I always do when I try to get information, which is take a walk. I don't talk to anybody, but I'm listening to everything, and I just want to hide in the shadows and hear what I can hear. Ooh. So probably going to go to the busiest place, which would be the...
Central chamber.
Yeah, whatever you're calling it.
Totally. You head on into the central chamber, and you find a empty seat in the sort of central cafeteria-y area where you can kind of hear the most whisperings and things going around. Question for the two of you. What's y'all's relationship? Do you have one? Do you characters like...
They're dating.
Oh.
It's
Ayo.
complicated.
Well, let's do this. We'll do a little roll-off. I think that would be fun.
Roll off.
So,
roll off. Roll off.
We have Jaqs doing a sneak check.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool.
And we're going to do that plus wisdom
Cool.
or charisma.
Cool.
And we're going to counter that with notice or lead from Aylara plus intelligence or charisma.
Great.
Okay, and then whoever gets higher,
I hate
we'll
this already.
dictate that. All right, let's
Should
see.
we do it on the table?
Yeah, a
Okay,
little
at the
roll-off
same
action.
time?
We can get that in the camera.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, the crit!
That's
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, I had -2 anyway, so...
That's
Okay.
great.
Okay.
That's helpful for the story.
Yes.
That makes my life
We're
easier.
not upset
Okay,
by that.
great. You can ask me, the GM, 3 questions about Jaqs.
Oh.
And if they're way too specific or weird, we'll maybe adjust the question.
Okay.
But she has to answer.
What's your favorite color? What's your favorite color?
Wait, so
That's
she's
what I
asking
wanna
you
know.
or she's asking me?
Both.
Okay.
So you have to ask 3 questions to get it of information that you would know about her. Like, what would that
So,
information
wait,
be?
I'm sorry. Is there no lead up to this?
I think it's just like over the last 3 months, she has been paying attention
Okay,
to the
cool.
people around.
Okay, I'm like,
and
hi,
like
Aylara.
no. It's
Cool.
just
Her
happened to
contacts
have
and
a
stuff.
lot
I
of
mean,
eyes
for
on you
sure.
and contacts and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I know of her. I mean,
Yeah, you definitely know of her.
For
She's
sure.
the leader of the Granathy, the
For sure.
medic here. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. So, like, what are some things you would like to know or would be noticing about her?
Where does she reside?
Yeah, so you know that she is all the way at the end of the Granathy. Actually, let's go Martian conglomerate tunnel system. At the end of the Martian conglomerate tunnel
MC.
system, and it, generally either spends a lot of time there. Doesn't. If she's ever in the central quarters grabbing food, it's quick and in and out and back that way.
Okay. Oh my God, I feel like
2 more.
when you ask a genie questions, and I'm like,
Ask for more questions.
yeah. What are her skill sets?
Yeah, with the crit 12, you know that you've seen this woman even topside a couple times before this has happened. Maybe there was this. You maybe have not quite put the pieces together, but there was a robbery at one point, and this woman actually showed up at your medical clinic once with an injury, and you helped fix her. And she seemed kind of cagey and a little off base.
whoa. That's not canon.
Okay, all right. However she seemed, but you are pretty certain that this is a smuggler of some kind. Has a ship that she would either get in and out of or be like kind of stealthed. Maybe could appear as though it were,
She did not ask about a ship, brother.
No, but we know that you're a smuggler and you have a ship that's designed for smuggling runs and staying under the radar.
I don't like this.
One more
What
question.
does she do for fun?
What do you do for fun, Jaqs?
Wouldn't you like to know? You're.
Is there weed on Janice?
You tell me,
Not
brother.
right now.
You tell
She
me,
smuggled
brother.
Not right now.
Fun is interesting. I don't think Jaqs has had a lot of fun in her life. I'm gonna say reading because it's easy to do anywhere if you got it with you.
Perfect.
Whenever you see her in the central living quarters, you see that she is often reading a book. There are books and stuff around, like people have various things to read. The one thing that you've always kind of noticed and thought a little strange is she's been always reading the same book.
Oh. Can I guess my
No,
questions are
that
over.
was your third question.
Should have
All
asked
right,
more
so
questions.
you see
Okay.
Jaqs sort of sitting in the central area. Maybe you keep this book on you, Jaqs, at all
Oh,
times.
for sure.
Yeah,
I think
and
I
you
already know
see-
what book it is.
Great.
Keep
and
that
you
motherfucking
see
thing
that
on me.
she has pulled out this book and is in the sort of middle of it and reading it. What's the book?
It's the Stars Without Number hand.
She's making a character sheet.
Count
Playing
of Monte
D&D.
Cristo.
Ooh, you have this old tome of Count of Monte Cristo, and you can see that she's been reading this big book for a long time, and she has it. And that's
Ancient
when she's leaving.
3,000-year-old tome.
Yeah.
I woke up to her. Hey, Jaqs. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You didn't.
I just I pull a book out of my pocket, and it's a small little green book. I just noticed that you're always reading the same book, and I wanted to see if maybe you wanted to borrow this one after you finish that one.
Thank you.
It's a book about plants. I don't know if it's of any interest to you.
I take the book. That's a sweet gesture.
Yeah. I figured you probably only have that one. I have a collection of my own.
I just this is my favorite. Have you read it?
I haven't. No.
Do you want to read it?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I would love to.
Okay, we do a little book trade.
I don't want to lose your spot. Is that
That's okay. I've
Okay.
read it a bunch of times.
sick?
I
don't say sick. This character doesn't say sick. Great, thank you.
I'm curious.
Dope.
What made you why?
I don't have any charisma. I'm sorry. I just thought that I need something, and I just needed an excuse to talk to you.
That's awesome.
And I thought this would be a good opportunity. Sorry to be so direct. I just
Nah, directness is nice.
I do you please like come over and check out my other books of plants, but
yeah, sure. What did you want?
right. I don't mean to assume things, but I thought you might have access to a ship.
Okay, and why would you assume that?
Just based off of the things that I've seen, perhaps the things that you do.
Okay, and
Look.
what do you want with my ship?
We need to go up. We need it for... Look, I don't really want to disclose a lot of the information.
You're asking for my ship, I'm asking for information. You either disclose it with me or I will walk away.
That is fair. That is fair. Look.
Both of you give me a sneak check.
Da!
Talking loud as shit. Right there. We're gonna go sneak plus charisma or dexterity.
And Callum over now. Okay. Nice.
Oh, okay. Both of you got 8s plus
Yeah.
whatever.
Plus what? Dexterity? So
Yeah, sneak plus wisdom.
I got a 7.
Or excuse me, plus dexterity. Yeah. 7?
Yeah.
Or
8.
charisma? 8.
Yep.
Great.
Where was I?
Would you like to Thank you. Would you like to discuss this somewhere, maybe a little more privately?
That would be great. We can come to the med bay. We can talk there.
It's quieter there?
In my small makeshift office, yeah.
All right.
We're going to cut to Levi and Klint. Levi, you leave Nathan and his daughters, and you see Klint standing about 10 feet away against the wall there. What do you two do?
Do you have recurring dreams, Klint?
Part of my training was to harness the mechanical powers of all of my body, including my dreams. So my dreams are my own.
How's that any different from my dreams being my own?
Well, I assume you're not always aware you're dreaming.
What, like daytime hallucinations?
When I am asleep, I can control which parts of my subconscious to explore at my will.
And does it always make sense to you?
No, not always. But it helps me explore deeper in certain directions.
So could you make it a recurring dream if you wanted to, if like you explored the same part of your subconscious that you did the night before?
I suppose so. Are you having reoccurring dreams, Levi?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's always the same. I'm in some ship I've never been before, and I'm bound by some metal over my arms and my feet, and there's wires and these mountains and mountains of wires all over the place. And I don't know why I'm there. I don't know what I'm doing. And I get up to look around, or at least I prop my head up as far up as it can go. And the minute I try to open my mouth, call out for help, or try and get a better understanding of what's happening, I wake up. I snap to reality. And
Do you believe this dream is prophecy?
prophecy, like it's where I'm gonna end up. Like it's fated.
Like you're channeling a message from the things that are greater than you.
I don't follow.
You, Levi, are connected to something greater than all of us. And if that thing is trying to communicate with you, perhaps it is finding your dreams as a conduit.
This could be true.
How's your willpower?
It's good. It's fine. It's the dreams, and
And what?
I've been having a hard time differentiating my dreams and reality at times recently. I just have this anxiety lingering under the surface that at any moment I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be in that metal circuit slab. Maybe this is the dream and that's the reality, or vice versa. Either way, it's yeah. I'm having a hard time keeping it all separate and compartmentalized, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Great destiny can be scary. And as I say this, I narrow my eyes a little bit. And I try to pick up on what's happening inside of Levi's body.
Great. I think I'm probably going with notice, I think.
Sure.
We'll go notice plus wisdom or intelligence.
8 plus 0 for notice and 0 for wisdom, so 8.
You see in relative order this orange-blue light coursing through Levi's body. You see it almost making out his circulatory system and skeletal structure, and can see that he is in some strange way infected with this technology. And almost imperceptibly, you see the light shudder and continue.
Levi. It's distressing to be on a journey outside of your control. To give yourself over to a higher purpose. But I'm here to help you, Levi. And I appreciate you confiding in me. And continuing to do so means that I can keep you safe.
I just need to make sure you're gonna be ready to pull the switch if that comes to that.
Keep confiding in me. Let me know everything.
It's time to check in with Aylara. See how she's making progress.
Excellent. How's Nate's kids?
A little scared, but I think they'll be okay.
Good.
Next time, it's really, really cool creature you made. I think I would appreciate that, but yeah, it's a little dreary, little scary for a couple. And what are they, like 8? Yeah, but keep trying. They'll come around on you.
How is my smile?
A little forced. Think about what are some good times we've had.
And as you start to ponder what that might be, you start heading back into the central chamber. As you get there, you see Aylara and this woman that I don't think you've really paid much attention to. You've maybe caught her face here and there, but there's a fair amount of people here as they're heading towards the med bay. I need everyone to give me
I hate this.
a notice check.
I don't want to be noticed.
Sorry.
Plus
Time for
That
battle.
wasn't a good roll. Yeah.
plus deck.
Yes.
Plus constitution.
No, Dex.
Oh, I got some
nothing.
con.
I have none.
8, 9. I got
Oh,
10.
fuck me.
I got 10 too.
I got 8.
Yeah, I got 4.
The 3 of you with the 8, 10, and 10 feel this low-grade rumble all of a sudden in the floor. And it cuts to a halt.
Because I don't think you feel anything.
Would we have...
Guess
I
not.
mean, has this happened before?
Nope.
Oh.
And you hear that, you feel and hear that rumble cease. And you look up and see that a bit of dirt starts falling off of the ceiling. The 2 of you with the 10
That's crazy. I didn't notice anything. because I noticed something earlier.
It's
That's
a
crazy.
It's a bit. It's a little bit of dirt. It's not a
It's a
ton.
really good book about plants. You know?
You're just like, yeah, locked in the book.
The two of you with the 10 get a sense that it is something drilling down towards you. And we'll end the session
You're
there.
fucking kidding me? You're kidding me?
Drill, baby, drill.
I had so much more to say. Okay, we're getting into it, I guess.
Hey, this is Nikki, the Looters producer. We are now releasing every other week, and we have video this season. If you've been listening to this as audio only and you want to check out the video, you can find it on the Looters YouTube channel as well as on Apple and Spotify. If you want more, head on over to Patreon, where we have our talkback show called Ship Talking. Looters is a production of Digital Negative and is a member of the Fable and Folly podcast network. Art by Jordan, and music by Evan Doty. Later, Looters.